It was a dark and stormy night. Heavy rain was falling, and flashes of lightning lit up the empty road. A young boy named Arav sat alone crying. His heart was filled with fear because there were fights in his home every day. People at school made fun of him, and slowly he began to believe he was completely alone. One night he looked up at the sky and whispered, "If God is real, please save me." That same night, something strange began to happen. The lights in his room started flickering. The windows shook violently, and suddenly a terrifying voice whispered, "You will never be happy. You are weak." Arav became terrified and started crying because it felt like a dark shadow was moving around him. That shadow was Satan. Satan kept filling his mind with fear, saying, "No one loves you. Your life is worthless. You have already lost." Little by little, Arav began to break inside. He stopped smiling, and every night he had terrible nightmares. But one day, while walking home from school, he passed by a small church. From inside, he heard a gentle voice saying, "Do not be afraid, for I am with you." Arav stopped walking because for the first time in a long time, he felt peace in his heart. Inside the church, an old pastor saw him and said kindly, "My son, Jesus loves you very much." Tears filled Arav's eyes, and he asked softly, "If Jesus loves me, why am I suffering so much?" The pastor smiled and replied, "Because darkness always attacks the people God has a great plan for." That night, Arav prayed to Jesus for the first time and said, "Jesus, if you are real, please save me." Suddenly, a bright light filled the room. The wind became still, and Arav saw Jesus Christ standing before him in radiant white light. There was peace on his face and love in his eyes. Jesus said, "Do not be afraid. I am with you." At that moment, the dark shadow appeared again, and Satan screamed loudly, "This boy belongs to me." But Jesus stepped forward and said, "No, he is my child." The entire room filled with powerful light. Satan began to grow weaker, and screaming in fear, he disappeared into the darkness. Jesus held Arav's hand and said, "When the world leaves you, I will never leave you." Arav cried deeply because for the first time in years, he felt truly loved. After that night, his life began to change. The fear slowly disappeared, peace entered his heart, and whenever he felt afraid, he spoke one name, Jesus. And every time, his heart became stronger because where the light of Jesus shines, the darkness of Satan cannot remain.